So the final of the Vancouver Sevens has been confirmed, and it will be the Blitzboks taking on Los Pumas. And in this preview, we'll be looking through at the sides, their previous results, the key players to watch out for, and also a prediction at the end for who we think will win this match. But this is going to be an extremely entertaining final. Both of these sides having to dig deep throughout their Sevens campaign and having a relatively similar path in certain aspects of their game. But jumping straight into it, the previous results for the South Africans, their opening contest was up against New Zealand. They managed to win it 12 points to 10, then followed by a match up against Ireland where they were victorious 28 points to 7. But then the third game, it was the first loss for the South Africans of this leg. It was up against Australia, losing 17 points to 12, and that was almost a little bit of a wake-up call for the Blitzboks because they found themselves up against Australia again in the quarterfinal, but this time they beat them 17 points to 14. They got off to a great start, and then from there, Australia slowly trying to work back into the contest, but a 17-0 lead was enough to keep them ahead by the full-time whistle. Moving on to their next game, and I would say that this was their toughest to date. Not only did they get a red card of Sebastian Job, but also up against none other than Fiji, a side that are known for physicality, known for stealing the ball. All of that was forefront throughout the semi-final, but the Blitzboks, with the last-minute try, managed to secure the win. So they are through to the final up against Los Pumas, like I mentioned, and for Argentina, at this point in time, they are sitting 5 wins from 5. They beat Kenya 24-0 in their group stage, beating Great Britain 19 points to 14. They beat the French 12 points to 5. They rematched them in the quarterfinals, so the similarity is there between them and South Africa. They were able to win it by 5, 12 points to 7, and then their semi-final came around. And it's very hard to know what Argentina are going to do in this final. They beat Spain, but they won 7-0. So overall, compared to a lot of the other leagues, Argentina haven't scored as many points as they normally would. They've had a lot of close games, but they are still winning them. And that's the main thing. So for Argentina, they have had 4 games that have been separated by 7 or fewer. For the South Africans, they are in the same boat, but of those 4 games, they were able to win 3. So these two sides, they have had a lot of close fixtures. And to be honest, this final could be exactly the same thing. But in terms of the try scorers of the last contest, for the South Africans, Shilton van Wyk managed to score the first try of the second half in the 9th minute to help get the Blitzboks back into that contest just with pure pace. That is something that they have to use up against Argentina. They have had a few defensive errors along the way, Los Pumas, for this competition, some almost uncharacteristic errors. So if the Blitzboks can make the most of it, get a clean break with someone like a Selvin Davids, I honestly do think he will have the weight of the team on his shoulders, but normally that's when he steps up. He is always heavily involved out there on the field for the Blitzboks. That last try, it was scored by Donovan Don a couple touches before. Selvin Davids did have the possession, of course, someone else kicking it in behind for Don to run onto. But I mean, when you talk about the best Sevens players in the world at the moment, Selvin Davids does often get the mention. For Argentina, the lone try. If you had to guess who was the one guy to score a try for the Pumas, 95% of people would say this man, and you would be correct. Marcos Money Moneta. There is a reason he has got that nickname. He is a fantastic player, and partnered with Luciano Gonzalez, they are a dream team, having someone with the size of Jermaine Schultz, maybe coming off the bench rather than starting. Wade's been solid. Graziano's working hard. These two sides are going to be exhausted at the end of the 14 minutes. Definitely if it is played at the tempo and the pace that the match between South Africa and Fiji was. But now we're up to that stage of a prediction. Honestly, you could spend hours looking through stats between these two teams, looking at head-to-heads, but every game of sevens is a little bit different. Argentina at times have had South Africa's number, but the Blitzboks, if they play well, I do think they will be extremely hard to beat in this matchup against Los Pumas. So for that very reason, I am going to say South Africa win this contest. I do think it will be quite high scoring because both of these sides have so many lethal try scorers. So I'm going to go in score 26 points to 19. And that is in favour of South Africa. Once again, wouldn't be surprised if the score is reversed, but this game, it's going to be kicking off at 3:05 a.m. South African time. It is 2:05 for us here in New Zealand, and I believe it's a nice evening time for those in Argentina, but we are going to be doing the commentary on the channel, so if you are new, of course, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below, and I will see you all for the next one.